Hey, everybody. Hey. We are back. We are back here in the lounge of You Go Girl. Hi, everybody. My name is Lydia, and I am back tonight. How are you guys doing? Did you miss me? It's been a few weeks, guys. I've been on vacation. I've been out of town. I was up in the DMV area last week, hanging out with my family, with my daughter and granddaughter, and I had an amazing time. The week prior to that, I was getting prepared for my vacation. So I've been gone about 2 weeks, I think. So we are back. We're back here in the lounge this evening. And tonight I have a topic for you guys that is a little different, but it's something that it has been just gnawing at me, guys, has been just irritating me. And I want to talk about it. What has happened to customer service and etiquette? What in the world has happened to customer service and etiquette? It's like no matter where you go now, guys, no matter how much money you're spending, it is really hard to get good customer service. And I attribute that, to a lot of families and how you were raised. Have you ever been to a fast food restaurant? I know everybody under the sound of my voice have experienced this. You go to the fast food restaurant, and not only are you not greeted properly, they act annoyed that you're there. We're talking about the job that's about to pay them their salary. They're annoyed. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want you ordering more than just a little few things. And first of all, when they greet you, sometimes you can't even understand it. May I help you? And you'll say, "Excuse me," and then they'll pause like they're aggravated with you because you didn't hear them, and then then they'll come back and say it again. And sometimes it's just, I think about the owners and managers of these establishments, and I wonder, what were they thinking? Or do they need a body? Is that all it is, needing a body? And not only in the fast food industry, it's just period. No matter where you go now, it seems that you just cannot get good service. And I even had considered becoming a consultant. Years ago, when I worked in the hotel industry, I was a guest service manager, and I prided myself on training my staff, my front desk clerks, about proper manners and etiquette and customer service. I understand that people have bad days, but here's the truth, guys. This is the truth all day long. If you chose that job and you accepted that job and the role that you have to play there, you accepted it and you agreed. When you signed on those lines and accepting that position and accepting the salary that they were going to give you, that you were going to do your job and you was going to do it to the best of your ability. So you can't turn around and say it's because of the manager, because of the pay, you don't like the work. You made a decision that this was what you were going to do. So I used to train my staff on proper manners and etiquette at the front desk. And even though sometimes you come in and you may not be feeling it, guys, you may have had a hard day at home. You may have gotten into an argument with family members, your children, your spouse, your siblings, or your parents. But you cannot bring that to work, guys. You cannot bring that to work. And when you get to work, you got to go into character. You have to go into character and display this appearance that you love what you do and that you're going to give your shining star performance to have great service. But that's not what we see today. People come to work halfway looking like they're still in bed a lot. People come to work bringing their problems from home. Have you ever overheard conversations in stores, at cash out counters, with people complaining about something that happened at home, or with their boyfriend, with their girlfriend, or how tired you are because you've been there all day and you haven't been off or had a weekend off, and this other coworker didn't come in yesterday, and you're standing there just waiting to get checked out or whatever, get served. And they're just complaining the whole time, as if you have an interest in knowing that. To me, that reflects upon the company. I start having all kind of thoughts in my mind, like, what kind of service am I getting? Is this food going to be good? Is it going to be half done? Is it going to be nasty? Did they do something to this because they mad at the world? Your thoughts are just start creeping all over the place. And then you have the servers who are outside smoking. And I know a lot of companies now are preventing them from being able to smoke, like in front of the street, curbside facing customers, because they want it to appear nice, but they allow them to go out back. And they're sitting out back with their cigarettes or their vapes, and they're smoking with the gloves on that they just used to prepare your food and the apron. And they're smoking and laughing and talking, and then when it's time to come in, they flick that cigarette, stamp on it with their foot, wipe their hands down the apron, and they come in and they start right back serving. Start right back preparing your meals. No hand washing, no changing of the gloves, no changing of the apron. Just right back into serving. We live in a world now where we've lost that ability to have good manners, good etiquette, and to be able to put aside our problems so that we can do a good job. And I think that a lot of companies are aware of this, but because they fear that they may not be able to provide their services, that they accept it. So when people know that, right, guess what they're going to do? They're not going to do right. They're not going to come in when they're supposed to. They're not going to do good service for you, because they know that you need them more than they need you. Because a lot of these companies will hire people back to back, even if they've quit, even if they've gotten into fights, they'll turn around and rehire someone that they know is not giving them good service, that's not providing the service that they say they represent. And a lot of these places are franchises, and they represent the brand. And they allow these franchises to taint their brands. And that's why I had thought about at one point becoming a consultant. And I was going to go out and place my bid at companies to provide a company-wide customer service and teach these young people what it means to be proper and serve properly and greet people and have great manners, and to be mindful of what they're talking about in front of their customers, and to act excited about what they're doing. All of that reflects on you in your future. And we see now in the world that we have so many people that don't have any clue what it means to have good etiquette, proper manners. We're in a world now where it's just, let me get you your stuff and get out of my face. Today, on my way home from work, I stopped at a fish place to get me a fish plate. I wanted some Cajun fat catfish, some macaroni and cheese, and some fried okra. So what I usually get is this all the time. I never deviate from that. But when I got around to the menu, they didn't have Cajun catfish on the menu. They had a battered fish, which I don't like battered fish because it's just too much of that batter and crust around it. I don't like it. So when the waitress or the cashier, order taker, or whatever their position is, came on, I asked them, I said, I was wondering if you all still serve Cajun catfish because it's not on your menu. She says, yeah, we do, yeah. And I was like, okay. I said, well, I don't see it back here. So I was wondering, if it was, just like any other 2-piece meal, because you would have no idea what the price is because it's not back there. So I told her what I wanted and, the sides I wanted. And she just said, it'll be $12.99 and pull around. So I was like, okay. So I pulled around. And so when she came to the window, she opened the window open and she was just staring at me. And I was like, you said $12.99? She was like, yeah. So I handed her my card and she slammed the window, came back, handed me my receipt and card. So when she come back to the window with my bag, she said, open it up and look at it. I was like, what? So I opened it up and I looked at it and it was a lot of seasoning shaken on my fish. Normally it's cooked on. It looks like they just took some fish they had and just took the seasoning and shook it all over. And I said, I just want to make sure, and this is my tone, I just want to make sure that this isn't the battered fish that you guys have, shaken on a lot. It seems to be a lot of the Cajun seasoning. No, that ain't what it is. We don't do it like that. And I said, okay, well, thank you so much. Slammed the window. No, thank you. Nothing. And I was like, wow. And this is a company that prefers to have this type of service just so that they can keep their business operating. Because a lot of people nowadays don't like that type of service and they be willing to give that food back and say, you know what, just give me my money back. But I went ahead on and got the meal. But, we need to teach our young people that art of manners of thank you, yes, sir, no, sir, ma'am, no, sir, how to present themselves in public, how to speak properly. And when I say properly, I'm not speaking as far as enunciation. I'm just saying knowing how to talk to people, knowing how to address adults, knowing what to say in a setting if you're serving the public. We have gotten so far away from that, and it's trickling down in every area of our lives, in relationships, in our homes, no respect for parents, no adults, no seniors, any of that. What happened? What happened, guys? Think about it. And I hope that you're setting the proper example for those in your family, your children, your grandchildren. Because we got to get back to that old school teaching. We have failed our youth. A lot of us have. A lot of us have given up. And I do know a lot of this is not our responsibility. It's the responsibility of our parents, the parents in those homes to teach their children. But let's not give up on our youth because they are the future. They are our future. I just wanted to share my thoughts with you all today on that. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you see some of these things in the public? Are you just irritated by it and just wish you could take someone and just shake them and say, look, this doesn't have to be the way you are. You could get so much further in life. So thank you all today for tuning in to You Go Girl. I am Lydia, your host, here in the lounge. Hope you're enjoying the podcast so far. Hope you look forward to each episode each week that I'm here. And I am blessed to be able to come here and share my thoughts. And I'll catch you all again next week here in the lounge. Take care.